What is going on, guys? So today we have a video part of the rebuilding Ashley's car and changing a bunch of things on it. We are going to be changing the pulley size and belt on the Whipple 2.9 liter supercharger that we have on our 2016 Mustang. So I wanted to take this opportunity to help anyone that is a little confused about pulleys, belt sizes, and everything like that, and give you guys some info here because we have this kit on here. And I remember a long time ago when I was a little confused about how belts work and pulley sizes and looking for charts and everything. So I want to give you guys a all-in-one place to kind of get an idea for all these different belt sizes and pulley sizes and what do you want to run. Let's look at the car here real quick. So let's talk about the current setup that we have here. We have a 3.625 on our Whipple Gen 2 Stage 2 kit. We of course have the fuel system that you guys saw in the other video. If you guys have not seen that, go ahead and check it out. But this is actually our previous setup. It has not been tuned yet. So it's a 3.625 pulley, 93 octane. We made 737 wheel horsepower, 550 torque or something like that. It's tuned by Palm Beach Dyno. We decided to go with a 3.6 pulley, turn up the boost just a little bit to squeeze a little bit more power out. Going to the Palm Beach tune, we actually picked up quite a bit of power on the Whipple 3.75 pulley, revving out to 7,500 RPM. We made 644 wheel horsepower with the long tubes. Going to the Palm Beach tune, we made 716 wheel horsepower with the 3.75 pulley. We kicked it up to the 3.625 pulley, still on 93 octane pump gas. We made 737 wheel horsepower. Now, fast forward to today, now that we have a fuel system, 1000cc injectors, we are going to be ready to go ahead and push some more power out of this thing. So that leads us to what is in this box right here. So right here we have our two pulley sizes, which are going to be what we're going to switch back and forth between. We have a 3.5 pulley, which I believe we'll be able to run on 93 octane, a pretty soft tune, so we can switch back and forth and use the same belt size. We chose to go with a 102.5 belt. If you guys didn't know, the 6 means your ribs right here. 102.5, that's 102.5, that's your measurement of the size of the belt. So this is what we're going to be running on here. We got our pulleys here. We're going to be running this with E85. This kind of turns the car up quite a bit, but it's still only about 14-15 psi. This one's about 13-12-ish. This one's about 11 or 12-ish. Every car is different. Long tubes make a difference, so that's why there's a little bit of variance in the pulley and boost amount. Of course, always consult your tuner as to what pulley you should run. I talked to Rob at Palm Beach Dyno, Rob the tune maker, shoemaker. He said, let's go with the 3.375, have a 3.5 for pump gas. Of course, always talk to your tuner before doing anything like fuel and pulley changes on your car. So I have included a screenshot of basically everything you need to know about belt, pulley sizes, 6 rib, 10 rib, everything like that. So if you're confused about boost, size, anything like that of the belt, go ahead over here. The pulley size, which you have right here, that is going to be your determination for your belt. And you can see that usually 2 pulleys you can use the same belt for, and that's why we went with the 3.375 and the 3.5, because we can use the 102.5 belt. And then of course you have 10 rib stuff, and then also you have the boost chart. So this says, you know, what you're going to be making if you have a stock balancer, 20% balancer, and 132mm throttle body. Remember, throttle body changes and long tube changes, cats or no cats, all that stuff changes boost, so these are rough numbers. You can see here we're going to be looking at 14.5 pounds of boost with a 3.375. 3.5 is going to be about 13.5, and of course we have the 3.6 on here, which just says about 12.5. So we're going to be running the 3.5 for the pump gas and 3.375 for the E85 tune. Alright, one more simple thing I want to point out, which may seem like obvious to some people who are around superchargers all the time, but some people don't know. Smaller pulley equals more boost. Turns it faster, spins the blower faster, equals more boost. Some people think that large pulley means lots of boost, but that's actually the opposite. I just want to point that out. It may seem obvious to some people, but it's not obvious to everybody, and you don't just wake up knowing these things. Well, I guess you could, but if you knew, basically thought about how fast this would spin, you know, smaller versus larger, but a lot of people don't understand that, so I just want to point that out. So to change the pulley and belt, it's actually fairly simple. We're just going to move our coolant reservoir out of the way, depress our tensioner, and we got 4 pulley bolts. Usually it's best to loosen those while the belt's still on. It'll be easier. So let's go ahead and get started.
Roll reversal.
Uh-oh, Nick's holding the camera.
Nick's holding the camera?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's different.
So we're just gonna move the coolant reservoir out of the way. No power tools today. Oh, I saw your impacts open, but
It's over there on the wall.
man.
I just chose not to tell you about it. Gotta earn the impact gun, Andrew.
Oh, jeez. So we're gonna take the reservoir out of the way. I forget how the tensioner works on this setup, but I'm sure it's not very complicated. Right, Nick?
Pretty much.
And this should be the right length for the upper pulley. And we're gonna loosen the pulley before we pull the belts off. That's smart, do it. Because, I mean, if you have a good, you know, good impact gun or something like that, it can loosen those bolts up, but they're usually pretty tight. Last time they sparked when we loosened them. Like,
What?
sparks.
What'd you do to it?
It just sparked when it cracked loose.
Huh.
That's why they include new pulley bolts with the new, pulleys. We got new pulleys from Whipple. They sent them out. They come with new pulley bolts with them. Very simple. We now have 4 of these.
Focus here. And all the coolant comes out. No, I'm just kidding.
Set this off to the side. Ish. They're our working area. Make sure you have the right size. Don't strip these. Nope, no spark. Who tightened these? It might have been me or Ken. They're tight. They're tight enough. They're not too tight, which is good.
The perfect amount of torque.
Yeah, they're good.
You can hear them break free.
All right, so easy. Is that 1/2 inch or 3/8?
What are you looking at?
The tensioner. That is 1/2 inch. So 1/2 inch breaker bar or ratchet or whatever you want.
Bottom drawer.
All right, so you take your breaker bar, you put it on your tensioner, pop our belt off, and
Voila.
voila, wow, that comes back a lot.
Gotta have some grip on it.
We should remember how this belt goes, but we got a master genius behind the camera, so he'll just tell me where the belt goes, right?
Sure thing.
Didn't you put a sticker on? No, I don't think you did. You put stickers over there. So,
Whipple certifications.
so let's see. It comes up around the balancer, around an idler, around the water pump, down around this side. Comes. Wait, what? This is pretty interesting. So, comes down around the idler over here, hits something over here, some pulley over there. That's an interesting belt. I'm gonna pull my Apple Watch off though.
So we go around the crank to the alternator, to a pulley, to the water pump.
Yeah, so that's
to
what
an
it
idler,
reaches
to
out
the tensioner.
over there. All right, you got it.
Yeah, got it.
A little play.
You got it.
I got this. But at the end of the day, we got a pro behind the camera.
We're gonna pull out the stopwatch.
God damn. Belt wraps around a lot, man.
Do you remember how it went?
Nope. No idea. Never trust the person who's telling you what to do in the video. They have no idea what they're doing. We can cut it up as many times as we want.
Yeah, we're gonna
Overall, this thing's been on here for 2 years.
Let's take a look at right here is where you want to focus on. Is there any cracking?
It doesn't look too bad. Considering, all things considering. It actually looks in decent shape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sell it with the other pulley.
Nah, keep it spare. In case we shred a belt. Always have a spare belt with you in a supercharger car. I have no idea how this goes, so we're just gonna kind of
Here we go.
I don't even know. I don't think it's right. We're off. Quite the pain in the butt. So now we need to somehow come around and up there. Alright, so a little bit of info, and I struggled for a while for no reason. Well, for a reason, but you know. So right here we have our belt. We actually had to go to a 105. So we went to a 105.5 belt. So the reason why is because the belt diagram I put up for you guys earlier is right, but I guess I have a different Whipple kit. This one was done in August of 2017, so there's some idlers that are different, and therefore we have a different size belt. We had a 106.6 on the 3.75, 3.625 pulley setup. We now have 3.375. I had to call Whipple to go ahead and get these measurements. So if you have a normal kit, no problem, but if you have an older kit like we do, then problem. But we'll go ahead and throw this on. Now the one thing I did not find much info on was about the adjustable idler. So there's actually an adjustable idler down there, and you use your Allen head type bolt there, you loosen it and it actually slides up and down, so you can use that to adjust tension. So you want to do that, tighten that down, and then figure out everything else. So let me throw this on and we'll check back in with you guys. So I gotta give a huge thank you to Ridge Wallet for sponsoring this video. The Ridge Wallet is a very small front pocket wallet. Pretty cool. I actually swapped out my old big wallet for this. Fits in my front pocket very easily. And they were so kind enough to sponsor this video and give you guys a promo code right there. It has this nice carbon fiber finish. It's small, fits in your front pocket, fits all your cards, and some cash right on the back. So I've been using the Ridge Wallet for a few days now, and I am actually really happy with it. It's kind of weird because it's a smaller wallet than what I've been used to for a very long time. But I really like having a much smaller wallet. It has my cards, has a little bit of cash on it, and that's about it. So if you want to check out the Ridge Wallet, I have a link down in the description and a promo code ML10, and you guys can check it out. So back to the video. Alright, so I sat and struggled for a while trying to put that stupid other belt. This took less than 5 minutes. So notice down here, this is the adjustable idler. I couldn't find any info online, so basically I am giving you guys the info that I needed. So if we can get the camera to focus. So see that bolt right down there? That you loosen up and it goes up and down so you can adjust your tension properly. So what I did is I loosened it, had it fully loose, got the belt on, and while I had Nick hold the tensioner right here, I adjusted it, put more tension on it, tightened it up, and then Nick relieved the tensioner over here. What that did is basically get us as tight as we can so we don't have belt slip in theory. We have 3.375 pulley and the belt, so now we should be good to put the reservoir tank on and go through the next steps of getting this thing ready for the dyno day.
I will let you know if the belt shreds in 2 million pieces.
Ready to blow your eardrums out?
Unfortunately, yes.
Belt by myself. That's the Moss boost pulley.
Lots of boost.
Alright, let's turn up the car before we die. Drops the camera. Alright, so I think that about wraps it up for the belt pulleys. If you guys have any questions, leave them down below. I tried to cover anything that I may not have known before, and tried to give you some info and the things I ran into. So we now have the car pulleyed for about 14, 15 PSI, depending on how everything runs. And hopefully we'll be making over 800 wheel horsepower on this car. And we were getting this car ready. Ashley's gonna be so excited. She hasn't even seen pretty much everything that we're doing to it. I don't know if you guys saw in this video, we got the partial of the wrap and we got everything going on, so I'm super excited for that. And we'll be throwing E85 and getting this down the dyno and everything. So stay tuned to the whole video series of basically rebuilding this S550, and you'll get to see Ashley's reaction to driving it, seeing it, and everything like that.
Hi.